What's up, everyone? Yeah, Madam Web's out, and as much as you have heard, it's not very good. I wanted to make this video just to talk about the SSU, as Sony calls it, the Spider-Man. No, I'm sorry, the Sony Spider-Man universe. It doesn't have Spider-Man in it. Yeah, I just want to say that I have not seen Madam Web yet. I do not plan to see it in theaters. I plan to watch it. I'm going to watch it when it comes out on whatever streaming service is available. Sony has not seen my money since Venom 1. Because as a Spider-Man fan and a Tom Hardy fan and a Venom fan, I wanted to see what they were going to do with it compared to the last one we seen in Spider-Man 3. And I said, Tom Hardy fan, everything, and I thought Venom was all right. It wasn't crazy ridiculous and all that. I like that Tom Hardy and Tom Hardy himself does the voice of Venom, and well, obviously Eddie Brock. He has a little earpiece in his ear the whole time, so he's feeding the lines back and forth. But I'm a firm believer that like that movie only made money because Tom Hardy and the name Venom. And people were curious because the last live action Venom we saw, he was terrible. I say you take out Tom Hardy and that movie does not make, what's this right? Yeah, 856 million worldwide. This movie right here is what gave Sony the idea, like, oh, we can keep making garbage and people come watch it. I mean, Venom 1's watchable, sure, like it's cool, like, you know, after you watch it a couple times, it's kind of like, especially at the end. I can't, at the end, it reminded me of watching like a Michael Bay Transformers like fight. All I remember is as a black and gray blob kind of just clashing into each other over and over again for the most part. But this movie right here is what gave them that impression, like, yeah, we can start making our own now and make our own little universe and try to keep up with Marvel and all that. And I think Morbius came out next, I'm not mistaken. The Morbius. Did I go to the movie theater to watch it? Absolutely not. I got the trailer. I looked at the trailer, I was like, you know, cool. Like, I think of Morbius, I immediately think of Blade. I remember the Morbius episodes from the old Spider-Man cartoon and all that. But it just, there was nothing in it that just made me say like, oh man, I'm gonna see that movie. Once again, I waited until it came out on the streaming platform, and I was like, it became background noise. It just got kind of boring to me after a while. I'm not hating. Like, if you go out there and watch these movies and enjoy them, cool, whatever. I'm not gonna hate on somebody else's fun and enjoyment. But yeah, there's not much to say about Morbius. It's a movie. It's a vampire movie. Once again, Jared Leto strikes. And then Venom 2, Let There Be Carnage. Oh, I should have brought the picture of Woody Harrelson in that Party City wig that he had on before they switched it to just a bald head or whatever. The Venom Carnage, just having Venom in movies without Spider-Man is insane to me. Like, that whole connection right there is very clutch, and they're just, and he's doing Carnage. A completely missed opportunity. Nothing against Woody Harrelson. I love Woody Harrelson. I fell in love with Woody Harrelson back in White Man Can't Jump, renting it from Blockbuster back in the day. And when they said he was in it, I was like, I like Natural Born Killers. I love that movie, actually. And, you know, I was like, okay, like maybe he could bring some of that like type of energy to it. This movie right here, another just missed opportunity, and it made $506.9 million. Once again, I feel that it's riding off the success of the first one. And you throw in Carnage, and you throw in Woody Harrelson, and so on and so forth. It's not a good movie. And is it just me, or all these trailers look exactly the same? Like they have like the same like color palette, like the same tone and all that stuff. To me, Venom is just like a buddy cop film, essentially. The Venom from the comics and like the video games and all that stuff and the cartoons is not the same Venom in these films. Not even close. Like, And then Morbius might have came out before Venom 2. Yeah, I think Morbius did come out with Venom 2, or vice versa. I can't remember the exact timeline. But once again, did I go to the theater to see this? No. I waited until whatever streaming service it came out on, and I watched it. That's crazy. I did not thought about it. Morbius made 167.5 million worldwide. Worldwide. Marvel movies make that in a weekend. And then oh, you guys can't see it. But yeah, Madam Web made $6 million opening weekend. Or I'm sorry, opening day. Granted, it was on Valentine's Day, sure, whatever. But it had 6 days. And it made, I believe they said, my prediction was no more than 30 domestically. It made 26.5, I think, domestically. And I think overseas it made like roughly around the same. That ain't much. The budget for this movie is $80 million. Or no, I'm sorry. I think they said 80 million, but there was reports saying that it was like 100 something, like outside sources. But I think their main budget is 80 million. Like they're not making that money back. They are nowhere near making that money back. There's been a few videos, reviews, and whatnot that I actually trust. Adam Does Movies is one, Jeremy Johns, and Angry Joe, and there's a few others down the line. But they basically all said the same thing. First off, the advertisement is trash. They keep showing the women in the spider suits and all that stuff, and every single one of the reviews that I've read and watched say the same thing. You only see them in the vision and at the very, 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 very end of the film. Like, I think they said some people were joking and saying like 10 seconds. People were saying like realistically it's like 3 or something like that. Like altogether 3 minutes. And I see a lot of people going to the fence saying like, "Oh, it's an origin movie. It's an origin movie." Sure, you can do that, but could you imagine going to a Spider-Man movie and you only get him in the costume for like, I don't know, 3, 4, 5 minutes, and it's at the very end of the movie, or like seeing through like visions of some sort. I You can do origin movie, but like just make it good. I guess I don't know. It's this whole Sony Spider-Man universe, wherever it is that they call it over there. Like you have 900 something characters to pick from, and you're just picking just the most craziest, insane Spider-Man side characters and just push them in our face with no Spider-Man in there at all. I don't get it. Like this particular universe should be making bank. And then the reports came out that this Madam Web had they had ideas for Andrew or Tom. They wasn't sure which one they were going to use because of the timeline and all that stuff. And then like I guess they ran out of time and just said screw it. Like they just like we're not going to throw Spider-Man in there. We're going to throw Ben Parker in there, and then have him mentioned have him mention Aunt May, but not say her name. Just a disappointment as a Spider-Man fan just to see them just crank out just trash after trash after trash. Once again, if you're enjoying these films, cool. That's cool. It's just that whole universe makes 0 sense. Like in Morbius, okay, Vulture gets transported into that universe. They release him because there's no identity of him over there, and then magically he gets the same suit from the MCU at the very end of the movie. How? Did Chitauri and all them invade the Sony Spider-Man universe, wherever the hell it's called, and then finds Morbius walking down the road? It's like, Spider-Man, huh? We should get like Morbius just like, yeah, we should go get Spider-Man. Wow, what does that even mean? Like, what does that even mean? And then in this, and in the Madam Web, Dakota Johnson even said it herself. It's not connected to anything. Like Sony came out and confirmed that it's not connected to anything. Not Venom, not Morbius, not the upcoming Kraven movie. None of that. It's its own thing, like almost like an Elseworld story, like in DC almost. I mean, I know they mentioned Miles in the MCU in Homecoming, but why not set this universe up for Miles? Have Miles over there running around dealing with all this madness, and all of a sudden he ends up running into maybe Andrew or Tom somewhere down the line. It's the Spider-Verse. I don't understand how Sony can make those great Into the Spider-Verse films and all that stuff. You know, they're not perfect, and you know, like every movie has its flaws, but like take those writers over there and just put them over here with the live action movies. I don't understand what the big deal is with that. It's just frustrating. I remember seeing a trailer for this, and it was just like, it's another Sony Spider-Man movie without Spider-Man in it. I have no interest in it. There's rumors that Ben Parker was her her paramedic partner, I guess you want to say, and I'm just like, still. The movie takes place back in 2002. I'm not going to go see this movie. Not even a little bit. I hope this is a wake-up call for Sony. I really do. I hope this is a wake-up call for them. And Kraven the Hunter's coming out the end of the year. Like, pump the brakes on that. That doesn't even look. They're making his whole Spider-Man's whole entire rogue gallery. The anti-villains, I guess heroes and kind of anti-villains before they ever become villains and all that stuff. Like, it doesn't make any sense. I just don't get it. And I keep looking over at the screen, just looking at this. I'm sorry. I'm kind of going all over the place with this video. I wanted to wait until after the weekend was over and, you know, box office numbers and all that come in, and just to see what the numbers were. I was predicting 30 million worldwide, or I'm sorry, domestically, but it hit 25 point something, 26 or something like that domestically. It's almost up to 50 something worldwide. Like, I feel like it's like cash grabs almost at this point with them. Like, they just try to rake in as much money as they can off these movies, and it's just come from the same studio that was taking 95% of the cut from the MCU movies with Spider-Man in them, starting with Homecoming. They took 95% of the cut. Marvel, Disney or whatever, Marvel Studios, walked away with 5. They reworked the deal, obviously, but they at the very beginning, it was 95% they were taking. They did none of the work. All they did was say, here's Spider-Man, and, you know, they still got final say-so in the casting and all that stuff, but, like, they did zero work. And then they got big, then they got full of themselves. Y'all remember that? I think it was like 2019, I want to say, where they were about to just say, nah, we don't need Marvel anymore. We don't need Disney. Like, we can do it on our own. So they had to rework another deal. And then there's a rumor now going around with they're doing another series with Spider-Man that Disney wants it to be more ground level, which I agree. But Sony wants to bring back Andrew and Toby and all them again for some other movie, for something. And I'm like, that'd be cool, sure, whatever. But like, you did it already. You literally just did it with the last Spider-Man movie. Will it make a lot of money? Sure, it will, because people are going to want to go see that and see what happens. But it's like, you just did it again. Like, I feel like the magic of it won't be there as much. And I feel like Spider-Man needs to do some street level shit. Like, please. If there's anything too much to ask as a Spider-Man fan, and can he actually do some shit on his own for once, instead of being like overshadowed by Iron Man or Nick Fury or somebody like that, or like the other Spider-Man? Like, Spider-Man is always known for doing his own thing. You know, he'll team up with some people here and there and whatnot, but like, he does his own shit. He needs a movie to where he can do his own thing. You know, I feel like Spider-Man 4, I honestly, I hope Sony looks at this huge L that they're taking from Madam Web, and just look at Marvel or Disney and say, hey, you know what? we don't know what the fuck we're doing. Please, we'll take your guidance from now on. Help us make our Sony Spider-Man universe better. Kraven comes out in November. I'm pretty sure Venom 3 got pushed back. I wonder what that's going to be about. But yeah, I'm sorry, I'm rambling and just ranting at this point. I just wanted to make this video because I hate Sony. I hate that universe. I don't hate Sony. I just hate that particular set of that universe. They did make good Spider-Man movies at one point. Why can't they just get their shit together? Like, get it together, Sony. I hope this is a wake-up call. It's like Into the Spider-Verse. everything else we make. And right down here. Yeah. Okay, I'm done. If you enjoyed the video, I'll probably make more of these if y'all like them. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that crazy YouTube stuff. I'm done. Thank you for listening to me rant. I've been going on for way too long.